An independent investigative panel of the Ministry of Interior has commenced a 2-week public hearing on allegations of corruption, abuse of power, torture, and inhumane treatment within the Nigerian Correctional Service. Chairperson of the panel and Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Interior, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, said the objective of the hearing is to thoroughly investigate the allegations, identify systemic failures, and recommend immediate and long-term reforms to prevent future violations. Correspondent Chimezie Nzedimma covered the event for Signature TV.
On the second day of the public hearing, Dr. Magdalene Ajani said that the Ministry of Interior was committed to addressing the pressing challenges confronting the Nigerian Correctional Service, particularly those affecting judicial sector and related agencies.
Today we are addressing the justice system within the Correctional Service. We have listened to the challenges the Correctional Service has in implementing the Act. Magistrates and justice claiming that some section of the Act is not known to them are the challenges that the Correctional Service is dealing with.
Highlighting some of these challenges, Assistant Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Ibrahim Idris, pointed out several critical issues, including the judiciary's ignorance of Section 12, subsection 4 to 12 of the Nigerian Correctional Service Act of 2019. Severe overcrowding in correctional facilities, as over 70% of inmates await trial. The difficulty of managing inmates awaiting trial and the use of outdated technologies in correctional centers.
As we speak today, almost 70% are awaiting trial. On Section 12, Sub 4, it is extremely difficult for correctional officers to disobey court orders. But many officers have attempted to write these letters. In most cases, we have been told that some of them say they are not even aware of the Act.
Assistant Controller General Ibrahim Idris drew attention to the ongoing struggle to engage inmates awaiting trial in vocational activities, which are meant to aid in their rehabilitation. However, panel member Dr. Ikechukwu Ezugo suggested that correctional officers adopt innovative strategies to encourage inmates to participate in such programs, given that the judicial system's delays significantly contribute to the prolonged detention.
That are on death row, and plus they are awaiting trial themselves that you cannot administer training programs on them, neither schooling or handicrafts. You can't do anything to these people. If you say, oh yeah, let's go to a workshop, they will tell you, I cannot go because I will be bailed in the next 5 minutes. So we are handicapped by this.
Somebody can come into correctional service today. Of course, he's hoping to go tomorrow. But there is a way you will let him know that even if he's going tomorrow, there is something he can benefit by joining a class today.
Addressing the issue of prolonged pre-trial detention, Assistant Controller General CD Lakitile proposed a legislative reform that would set a maximum time frame from inmates awaiting trial. He suggested that if the courts fail to act within the stipulated period, the Controller General should be granted the authority to discharge affected inmates. This, he argued, would pressure both the Nigerian police and the judiciary to fulfill their responsibilities more effectively.
Legislating on a limited time of stay as awaiting trial, and probably giving the Nigerian Correctional Service or the Controller General that power, vesting that power in him, that if within this period, for that period, this matter is not determined, the service should have the power to discharge the inmate.
So please let's do what the law empowers us to do. They don't know the Act, as you are sending me notification. What's the Act? You can attach a copy of it. And they are the learned people, so they definitely have access to these things. So we should stop hiding on that.
Meanwhile, the Executive Director of the Prison Fellowship of Nigeria, Dr. Jacob Sado, in his keynote address, emphasized that although the Nigerian Correctional Service Act is a revolutionary framework, its effectiveness is hampered by a lack of awareness and synergy among various arms of the criminal justice system.
The Nigerian Correctional Service Act is a revolution, but how much do other members of the criminal justice system, the police, the judiciary, prosecutors, even the defense, how much do they share in this philosophy? How much are they aware of this?
As the investigative panel continues its hearing, stakeholders remain hopeful that the findings and recommendations will lead to meaningful reforms within Nigeria's correctional system. In Abuja, Chimize Izedima for Signature TV.